Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, ready.
So, Blood and Water kind of was a huge hit. It's a part of Netflix South Africa, and it was played in 190 countries, and it became top 10 in the United States, the UK, Brazil, and several other countries. What has it been like gaining this global following and audience?
It's definitely really humbling, especially for myself. Blood and Water was my first ever professional acting role, so to just be thrust all the way is exciting, humbling, scary, just everything. But I'm just grateful and happy that so many people watched the show and enjoyed it.
And with this being your first professional acting job, how did you get into acting?
So I've been in love with the arts since I I don't even know when. But when I started high school, that was when I was actually officially introduced to it because I took drama. And yeah, that's before all of this, that's like the only acting experience I've
Wow, so you just fit right in.
had.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And sort of, there's a level of excitement here in the States and around the world about having a show that takes place in South Africa that we all kind of have access to. What would you want people to know and see about South Africa?
Well, I would like people to know that um, we're essentially all the same. Teenagers in South Africa go through issues that teenagers in America or Europe go through. And I guess just also the beauty of South Africa. I think Blood and Water really highlighted it's beautiful. Cape Town is stunning, and I think that's really refreshing because a lot of the time, I don't think uh, I don't think people have gotten to see that side of South Africa. So I'm glad that happened.
And with capturing the beauty of South Africa, where is your favorite place to go in South Africa?
Um, my favorite place to go, I guess, would be Cape Town. I haven't been all over South Africa yet, but Cape Town definitely. I love Cape Town. When I went there, I was like, okay, I need to live here. So, yeah, definitely Cape Town.
And with sort of this having such a large following, has this been overwhelming, this transition from this being your first acting gig and then for it being such a big show? How has that been like for you?
Surprisingly, I think the transition has been just steady, like easy. Um, Before the show came out, though, I experienced the most anxiety. I was so anxious and scared and nervous. But once it was out, I think I was like chill. I was like, okay, it's done. There's really nothing I can do now. And it's just been a lot of love. And so I'm really grateful for that. The show was received so well. And, the fans of the show are so kind and sweet and messaging us all the time. So that was really comforting.
And sort of with having this international following, but also following within your home country, what has it been like seeing that a lot of people around the world can relate to a lot of these stories and experiences?
I think it's great. I think um, it's sort of eye-opening maybe for some people that it doesn't really matter where you're from. Um, uh, Even like myself, I watching the story as well, even though I'm really different to the characters, my character, just like watching it and being like, dang, like I could also relate to some of the things that were happening. And I just think it maybe will open some doors for African content creation as well, you know, that people now want to see more and what South African artists and writers have to say.
Yeah, and sort of with your character of Fakile, what was your preparation for the process? She's kind of like this perfectionist. She's an it girl. How did you prepare for taking on the role?
Well, we had a lot of help from the directors since they also wrote the story. But I would do a lot of work offset where I would try to get into her mind beyond the script as well. Try to be like, what would she do in this circumstance? Um, and also, I guess, just taking bits and pieces of myself and other people who I feel are like Figile. Um, but yeah, the directors were really, really helpful at the end of the day after all of that preparation.
And what was it like working with such a talented team of storytellers?
Intimidating. It was a little intimidating, but only because everyone is so talented and professional, and I really wanted to match that level. And but besides that, it was amazing. I'm so grateful that I got to work with them. And I just I wish I could work with them forever, just that one team forever. But yeah, everyone is incredible.
And Fikile and Pulang have like this instant familial chemistry and connection, which kind of is needed for the storyline. What
Yeah,
was it like building that with your co-star?
so easy. I think when we met at the script read through, we just hit it off. I think um, Emma's great, and so it was really, really easy to be friends. I think we're closer in real life than our characters are, so yeah, it was quite fun
And how do you
doing
feel
that.
like you differ from your character?
Um, I guess just in the way she carries herself, her she just has this outward perception of being perfect all the time. I don't think she really knows herself that well. Still trying to find her voice. In that sense, when I was that age, I think I could really relate to her, but I think I'm different now. Um, I wouldn't do a lot of the things that she does, and but I think the more interviews I have and people ask me this question, the more I kind of realize that I'm I'm quite similar to her. Like it gets harder every time to be like we're different like this. So I don't know. Uh, don't know.
And it's been announced that the show's been renewed for a second season. What are you most looking
Mhm.
forward to with season two?
I guess just seeing everyone grow, all the characters. I hope we get to see more of the other characters and their own personal struggles. Um, and I would also like to see how my character develops as well. I'd like to see her come more into her own, and just be assertive and I guess see what she says about that bombshell that
Yeah.
Elaine throws in the end. Yep.
And sort of what would be your final words to give to our audience?
Um, well, firstly, thank you for everyone who's tuned in and watched the show, and are, you guys are incredible. And to anyone who hasn't watched the show, I guess you should watch it because it's great. But I think Blood and Water is definitely worth a watch because it addresses a lot of things, a lot of socially relevant issues, and you'll definitely find yourself in it one way or another. So find a character to relate to, and I I think that's what's so beautiful about it. And yeah, just grateful to all the supporters.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for such great storytelling with your character, Fikile.
Thank you.